Alright, let's get to the point here. I wanted to re-upload this video with a lot more maps, and before you say anything, it's not about the money. I don't even run ads. Take that. What do you want?
I cleaned all the shelves of Pokemon stuff, and I need you to ring them up for me.
3 TCG items per person, sir, because of resellers.
Oh, I'm not gonna resell them. I'm going to them.
Yeah, on second thought, you know what? Just roll the intro. Hey, guess what? I also brought in ham. If you spent enough time browsing the Garry's Mod workshop, you've probably stumbled across a map called GM Adventures. At first glance, it looks like a highly detailed, eccentric mansion, but this map actually holds a massive piece of real-world theme park history. This is the story of the Adventurers Club. To understand this map, we have to rewind to September 2008 down in Florida. A legendary, immersive, and heavily themed nightclub at Pleasure Island was packed with animatronics, live actors, and unbelievable props. Walt Disney World permanently closed the doors to the Adventurers Club, but in the Source Engine community, nothing is ever truly gone. Enter a dedicated modder who goes by the name Brevin. Starting in March 2009, Brevin spent about 2 hours every single day for over a year meticulously rebuilding the club in Half-Life 2's engine. In total, he poured roughly 730 hours into the project. Charming. See, Gym Adventures isn't just a static museum. If you walk into the library and approach the piano, it starts playing. There are secret books scattered on the shelves that trigger different effects. You'll find the most famous talking mask in the mask room, and the Colonel in the main salon, and the ship in a bottle, all fully intact. Bourbon even managed to extract and implement original audio clips of the animatronics so they could speak in game. I actually can't stress enough how much detail is actually in this map. So this is actually a post recording of that, and I wanted to come back and show off some of the cool stuff. What's cool about these seats is you can actually sit in these seats. And look, press this button. Now that's just cool. There's so much detail through all this, and the wildest part is 90% of this is all custom made. I mean, look at that. Everything just does something. Everything has a purpose. Everything works. So I actually wanted to come back in here and show you the bottle, right? That is just awesome. Can't believe how much time he spent doing this. These are some of the actual photos that he probably used to make this map. There you go, shouts. Crashed plane, nice. And the worst part is I feel like I barely scratched the surface. Wow, insane. Where'd the Colonel go? 10 out of 10. It's only fitting that this map gets that 100%. So if you're tired of the flat, sterile look of GM Construct and want a gorgeous backdrop for your creations, this one is definitely worth your time. Set in a generic Pennsylvania town, this map absolutely nails the rural real-world aesthetic. It leans heavily into realism, making it an amazing environment for posing ragdolls, taking scenic screenshots, or just cruising around in your favorite Garry's Mod vehicles. What really makes this map stand out is how it's structured. It features 2 separate layers built specifically for creating, testing, and for photographing your builds and stuff. You get the beauty of a lived-in town without sacrificing the practical space you need to actually play the game. But even better, almost all the map's contents is 100% original or a heavily modified Half-Life asset. Also, one thing I have noticed is there's only really one interior, and that just happens to be the warehouse. Every other house, no interior. That's the only downside, but it's still a really nice looking map overall though. The creators have noted that there won't be an RP version of this map since it's already pushing the limits of the Source Engine, which could also be the reason why there isn't interiors. But honestly, that's fine. It does exactly what a top tier build map should do. So if you want a breathtaking, highly detailed sandbox that feels like a real place, this is definitely the map for you. Not to say that the lack of interiors takes away from the map at all. It's still a really beautiful looking map, by the way. But yeah, I give it a good 6 out of 10. It is awesome. This is GM Abstraction Extended, a beautiful expanded remake of a classic map, and it might just be the most relaxing place on the workshop. The original GM Abstraction was great, but this remake takes it to a whole new level. We've got a massively enlarged skybox and a huge water area, giving it this incredibly expansive, almost liminal feeling. The creators stitched together assets from all over the place, from Left 4 Dead 2, CSGO, and even some obscure Half-Life 2 mods to create this bright, surreal, tropical island. But it's not just a pretty surface. If you dive down, there's an entire underwater cave system and a sunken ship to explore. It's the perfect playground to test out some source engine mechanics. In fact, the map is fully noded with AI paths and a nav mesh. So whether you're looking for a massive flat ground for sandbox building or just a nostalgic, perfectly lit environment to explore, this map is a masterpiece of source engine smoke and mirrors. Overall, I think Nita did a great job with this map, and plus there's also a sunset version and a night version of this map. Totally awesome to have multiple iterations of this map, and honestly, I gotta give it a 8 out of 10. This is one of the coolest maps to come visit, so if you ever get some time, definitely stop on by for this one. This is 1950s Town Mark II, a highly detailed, medium-sized map that perfectly captures the vibe of a vintage midwestern town, and it is absolutely packed with custom assets. The creator based this off towns in Minnesota, Ohio, and Connecticut, and they used a ton of custom textures to make it feel authentic. It's completely standalone, no extra game mounting required. You've got explorable apartments, a park, a bunch of storefronts. I just can't believe how well he actually made this map. Everything feels so just glossy, and it blows my mind that we can actually pick up majority of the props too. The church he made is actually beautiful as well. The map is awfully bright, not gonna lie about that, but it is still awesome nonetheless. The creator actually made this map entirely open source, meaning you can decompile it and use the textures for your own projects, which is a massive win for the Gmod community. Developer even said that the map is incredibly performance heavy, which I also do feel that there is a lot of frame drop, but it is still a really good map though. This gets an 8 out of 10 from me, vintage at its finest. Now this map was originally made way back in the day for Counter-Strike Source, but it ports beautifully into Garry's mod. First off, let's talk about the atmosphere, because the setting here is incredible. This place is a floating landing port hovering right above a futuristic metropolis known as Neon City. To really sell that space age vibe, it feels like a bustling off-world transit hub. The detailing here is super fun to explore in Gmod. As you walk around, you'll spot a bunch of distinct shops. We've got a pizza shop, a cozy little bar, a magazine store. It really feels like a place where civilians would hang out waiting for their shuttle to deep space. Moving away from the food and retail, the maps transition to more of an administrative or transit area. You'll run into a reception desk area, a classic sci-fi payphone wall, and 2 separate storefronts set up with computers and chairs. It's got this great mix of high-tech living and mundane everyday office work. You also notice some great environment storytelling, like a random door that seems completely jammed. It makes you wonder what's stuck behind it. If you head downstairs, the map gets a little bit more claustrophobic. Down here, you'll find an extremely small, cramped server room. Overall, DE Star is a fantastic, compact map because practically all the textures are custom made. It has a totally unique feel compared to standard Half-Life 2 or CSS assets. It's perfect for posing, making machinimas, or having close-quarter shootouts with your friends. Overall, DE Star gets an 8 out of 10. Very future and very wow. So here's an absolute atmospheric masterpiece originally created for Zombie Master. This is ZM Diamond Scholes A2. If you love objective-based maps with a dark, stormy aesthetic and a ton of interactivity, you are going to love this one. First, let's set the scene, because the lore behind this map is awesome. A ferocious Category 4 storm called Hurricane Omega is bearing down on the Diamond Shoals. But the storm isn't the only thing you have to worry about. There are zombies lurking in the dark. This map is heavily focused on escape gameplay, and is broken down into 4 distinct stages. Survive the elements, avoid the undead, and get to the mainland to signal for help. In stage 1, you start near a makeshift raft made of driftwood. Your first objective is to scavenge the area to find an engine and some fuel just to get yourself to the docks. Once you make it to the docks, stage 2 kicks in. You'll need to gear up at the local fire. The objectives here is to search the nearby Wheelhouse restaurant for 2 propane tanks. You'll have to haul these tanks out to the road and use them to blow a massive hole straight through the storm barricade blocking your path. A quick note for the zombie master players out there. This map features over 30 different traps that the zombie master can trigger, including a famous fireboat trap and a haunted ghost car. The atmosphere in ZM Diamond Scholes is absolutely top tier. It supports up to 18 players, so it's a fantastic map to load up for a game night with a big group. Wow, I'm really strong. With maps like these, it's hard to cover everything within one segment just because of how many other maps that are lined up for this video. But I would like to say that definitely give it a try, just to walk around in a sandbox or something, test it out, get some friends on if need be, and definitely have a great time. Diamond Scholes gets a 7 out of 10 from me. Pretty cool. Alright, next one. If you're looking for the perfect cozy but secretly massive hideout to play with your friends, you need to check out Winter House. When you download this from the workshop, you actually get 2 different maps. The standard has Winter House and has Winter House Extended. Today we are focusing on the extended version, because it takes everything great about the original and dials it up to 11. Right off the bat, the extended version uses full HDR lighting, making the snowy exteriors and the warm interiors look absolutely incredible compared to the base map. The footprint of the extended map is also significantly larger. Not only do you get more rooms to explore, it's the perfect map for hanging out in sandbox mode or setting up a winter themed base defense. But here's the absolute best part for all of you prop hunt and hide and seek players out there: the secrets. While the small version of the map has about 7 hidden secrets, the extended version packs in around 16 different secrets scattered throughout the map. Plus, with 10 built-in spawn points, you can easily load into a decent sized lobby without everyone tripping over each other at spawn. Overall, Has Winter House Extended is a fantastic, highly detailed map that balances cozy vibes with a ton of hidden depth. Overall, I give this map a 7 out of 10. Some people will enjoy it. This is one of the worst maps I think I have ever seen in my life. This map sucks so much. Like, whoever made this literally just should never make another map again. It's just that bad. There's trees in the road. What were you thinking? This guy that made this map is obviously unwell and should probably never touch hammer ever again. I don't know what this guy was thinking. Just a complete idiot, just no talent at all. Let me check who made this map real quick. Oh. Yeah, this map is actually one of the best maps ever made. I was just tripping, forgive me. This is actually one of the best looking maps I have ever seen. Whoever made this is probably extremely talented. So all jokes aside, I actually released this map July 5th of 2019 at 9:20 p.m. It was a long time ago and I was having a lot of fun learning Hammer at the time. A cool bit of lore is I actually had to get a new Steam account, so I bought one that already had games on it at the time. I think it was like the Orange Box Collection, because little old me used the same passwords for everything. I've had 3 accounts now, by the way. But with my newfound comeback around 2018, 2019, I thought I should probably do something for the communities that I've, invested in so far. So I started mapping, and yeah, 2 out of 10. I've done so much better. Now here we're shrinking down for an absolute classic in the rat map genre. We're checking out V92 Toy House by the creator V92. And if you ever wanted to wage a massive plastic army war or just explore a suburban home from the perspective of like an action figure, this map delivers in a big way. The setting is exactly what it sounds like, an entire house from the yard all the way up to the attic, scaled up massively to make you feel completely tiny, kind of like how like DE Dolls was. What really set Toy House apart is its incredible interactivity and the sheer amount of detail. The TVs can function as working RT screens, there's a running microwave, a wall vacuum system, and even a massive fish tank complete with navigating the giant space is easy too, thanks to phone booth teleports and secret portals. The map also comes with multiple variants. You get a day and night versions, plus a highly requested version built specifically around a massive working toy train network. Just keep in mind, to avoid missing textures, you will need to subscribe to a couple of required content packs listed on the page. Toy House is one of the most fun and detailed oversized maps on the workshop, and it genuinely is just awesome. This map easily gets an 8 out of 10 from me.